In this video, you will learn about the different types of information sources that your English professor may require you to use in your research paper. Traditional formats can be information found in books, scholarly journal articles, magazines, or newspapers, and can be available in print or digitally. They all go through a publication and review process, tend to be trustworthy, and are in fixed formats or can't be updated without creating a new version of the resource. These types of resources can be found in Questa Libraries, OneSearch, and databases. Books explore and present topics in breadth and depth much easier than magazines and newspapers. They are written by one or more authors and can be compiled by an editor to represent different writings from various authors. Information found in books may not be the most current available. Scholarly journal articles, also called peer-reviewed articles, are original research articles written by scholars. They undergo a rigorous review process by experts in the field before they are published. These articles tend to focus on specific questions about a topic, and the information they present can be much more current than a book. Because they are so focused, they might be seen as more specialized than a book's coverage, and they will generally be written to an expert audience. This means that they are not written for the average person to read, but for those who are already familiar with the concepts surrounding the topic. Magazine articles tend to use a lot of colorful images to grab a reader's attention, while scholarly journals feature graphs, charts, and tables with very little color and are designed to convey information. Magazine articles are written for the average person to understand what is being discussed. They tend to be much shorter than scholarly journal articles and do not seek answers to research-based questions. Instead, their focus is on what might hold popular interest and include interviews or information about current events and trends. Newspaper articles are typically describing current events and tend to be very short. Newspapers are typically published daily and therefore provide the most up-to-date information about an event. The authors are journalists who may engage in investigative reporting, but they do not conduct original research. While these articles are often proofread and reviewed for accuracy before publication, they do not go through an extensive peer review process. Media sources include visual or audio formats like documentaries, radio, and television. In some research, media sources can be very helpful and can be even stronger resources than traditional formats. Documentaries are nonfiction films that provide a deep look at a specific topic. They can advocate for a cause, which means you must be careful to notice any possible bias. They can be journalistic in nature, where they report on an event, happening, people, or subjects in detail. They can also share an experience someone went through. Radio programs can be strong information sources, especially if you're looking for interviews with specific people. They also report out on current events. Radio broadcasts are usually one-time events, but some programs can be available as transcripts or recordings through library databases or the general web. Television programs like news and educational programming can be useful sources when doing research. News programs provide details about current events and may also broadcast interviews. Educational programming might include documentary-style delivery of information, but it can also be instructive. There are other types of sources unique to the online environment that you might want to consider or not consider using. Wikis, like Wikipedia, are a type of website that typically allow a community of users to create pages about different topics. These websites are usually very simple in appearance, and they are unique because they tend to support the idea of a community contributing to sharing information. With this idea, though, is a possibility for information to be shared without review or checked for reliability. Blogs are another unique online resource that can house primary source materials like online diaries. Blogs are typically written by a single person, and that individual is typically sharing their perspectives or experiences about a specific topic. These can be insightful, but they are usually very opinion-driven. And just because someone has a blog about a topic does not make them an expert about the topic. Podcasts continue to grow in popularity and are similar to radio programs, except that they can be downloaded or streamed at a time convenient to the user later. They can be focused on a specific subject area, contain interviews, or be a fictional series show. Podcasts can be hosted by anyone and can be driven by opinions and biases. That's all for this video on types of information sources. If you have questions about the content of this video, please visit with Request a Librarian at the Ask a Librarian feature on our library homepage. Thank you for viewing.